All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cincinnati Bengals and the New England Patriots. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
Check, 380.
Check, 45's the mic. Get ready, get ready.
Get behind.
Sony Michel, his first carry. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 42. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
A very good starting field position for the Bengals here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So a designed run last play. Now Dalton to pass. And Eifert has it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
44. There you go. Don't get nervous.
Shift! Watch the shift!
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the face mask, quite a blessing there as they'll start out of harm's way with a 1st and 10. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
At the Patriots' 10-yard line.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal.
Two times.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Giovanni Bernard His 5th touchdown now on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Bullock. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team...
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 23-yard line.
Hands up. Lady. Nice.
58, right there.
All day, baby, all day. Hands up.
Run.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Check 26, check 26.
Hands up.
First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
36. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Open man is Ross, complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
Bengals 14, Patriots nothing.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Done.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. William Jackson with a pick, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
At the 40-yard line.
It's up. 368. Lady.
Watch the whip.
It's hot.
Mixon with a first down carry. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get him done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield. In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big gain.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down.
368.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. John Ross with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. 21-0 our score after 1. That's fielded in the end zone.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Set, 180. Hey, go orange.
Cut.
Orange.
Cut. Check 31. Check 31.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
See what you got.
Throwing again. Rivers letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. T.Y. Hilton, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Extra point good by Gostkowski, and they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
It's up.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, a give to Mixon. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves them with 3rd and about 6 yards to go. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
A lot can go wrong when you call a play like this down in the red zone, but that's where you appreciate this from your head coach. He's not afraid to trust his guys to do the right thing, and as a player, that means an awful lot.
They come up in an offset eye. And the Bengals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal.
It's 4th and goal at the 1-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
Here we go. Sponge. No.
They run for it with Mixon, and he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
They can't see it.
Joe Mixon with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And now this is Hilton on the receiving end. He'll be upended at the 18. That's a very helpful pickup of 9 after the play began at the 9.
43 is the mic, boy. 40.
0.
Check.
Hey, Rocket.
Squeeze, double. 43 is the mic. Watch the run.
Done.
On 3rd down, Rivers.
Here we go.
Flush to his right. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off around the 27. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Lee.
Here's the mic.
I got him.
Kill.
Here you go. We're good. We're good.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He finds his running back, Mixon. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Dalton now to pass. He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's brought down. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown.
Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
I know he ain't got it.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. He's going to float this one deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Sony Michel hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots make some inroads here on that deficit. Gostkowski with the extra point. A 2nd quarter score from down in Houston. And the lead has gotten even bigger. The Texans, they've got it in cruise control right now. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a 1st half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the 2nd. But There's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Room.
To throw again. Rivers. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Now Rivers. And he's got his man Hilton. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43.
Off the play fake here, Rivers. He's got his man, that's Josh Gordon. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 23 yards, the final tally.
Hey, Brown 80.
Tight ends Ringo. Tight ends on Ringo.
First down, Rivers. Looking deep for Hilton. And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's Kevin Huber now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work.
And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Geno Atkins in there to get him sack number 14 for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
Orange. Hey, Haywood. Hey, ready.
Back near his goal line, Rivers. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Rivers. And that will be incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
so well. Go to something else.
And maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Dalton here from the gun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dante Hightower has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
44. There you go. There you go. 93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
3rd and long. What will Dalton dial up? And he's going to go down again. Kyle Van Noy. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
Like how they've started the third quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Here's Kevin Huber now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. This is taken at the 18. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And the Patriots take over.
190.
I got you.
They'll try to get this offense going with Michelle. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
79. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
He's coming. We got double up.
On play action, Rivers.
You can't block me.
He's got it to Hilton. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 33 yards that time. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. He'll check this one down to Michelle. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Again, it's Rivers. He's going to have the hook up to Izzo. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down.
Hey, Charlie.
43.
80 hot.
43 is the mic. Here we go. Mike's 43.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth.
I'm coming.
He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. The Patriots come up empty on fourth down, and the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? As they score here, especially a touchdown, it's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On second and 11 now. Dalton, he's going to air it out deep, and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
You see me out here? That's right. We can't be stopped.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, well, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
The end result, 21 yards. Back now in Foxborough. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. He gets him moving forward again with an 8-yard run, but they'll still be left with 14 yards to go on third. From midfield here, Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot first down. Rivers now. Complete to Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup there and a New England first down. Play action now. Rivers looking deep for Hilton. And that is caught. What a catch inside the 5. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 51 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on first and goal. Here's a quick throw out wide to Dorsett. Dorsett's got it. Touchdown Patriots. Philip Dorsett hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Patriots get a score closer. Gostkowski the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Passing, it's Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a 1st down. On 1st down, Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And the ball is knocked out, and it's picked up by the Patriots. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Rivers to throw it. That's caught by the tight end, Lacoste. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That goes as a gain of 11 and a Patriot 1st down.
Red!
Play fake, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Rivers now from the 50. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. Now they're down big here in the 4th. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Dalton, he's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
Patriots 28. Randy Bullock set to kick off.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares?
And now here is another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Move! 368! Bravo!
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? He'll find his running back, Joe Mixon. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, passing it. Dalton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
He finds his running back, Mixon, and able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A gain of 22. So again from the 39, this time from the other side of the field. Here's 1st and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move, and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground, as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bengals, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Big D to take on the Cowboys. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, it's a bit of a setback as they drop to 6-4 now. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.